I got to pull up this story. We got to do one last segment. Have you guys seen this new article from Common Sense, Barry Weiss's Substack?
No.
Crime is a construct. My morning with the Park Slope Panthers.
Wow.
If you ever wondered what it would be like for urban liberals to try and deal with a crime problem,
Oh boy.
come over to commonsense.news where Susie Weiss wrote up this article. So I'll give you the gist of it because I don't want to read everything. It's hilarious and it's terrifying at the same time. So there's this guy. He calls himself, he says he's left of Lenin, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I said.
He's walking his dog and a homeless guy whacks his dog with a stick, killing it. Yeah, injured the dog. They brought it to hospital, emergency surgeries, couldn't save it. So he decides to start a group, a neighborhood watch called the Park Slope Panthers. Why? Because there's 2 panther statues at the front of the park. That's it. So they have this meeting and then these leftists show up and start saying, we won't abide by your rules. You want to call the cops. You're bad. There's infighting. It's chaotic. They all start to just generally agree with the absurdities of the left about no police and creating a utopian society where everyone just gets along, and they acknowledge that the homeless guy waving the stick around beating people and chasing women is just, he's being oppressed by these systems and rejected. And then it ends with them deciding to, okay, we'll come back and have another meeting. And then they spray paint, they vandalize his home by writing, "Don't be a cop" to the guy. This is what happens when your town is overrun by crime, murders, homeless people, and your dog is murdered, and you're like, okay, the cops aren't helping us. Can we start a neighborhood watch? Young leftists show up, yell at you, everyone fights, and then they vandalize your house.
Your home.
They were like, we don't like that you're stealing black culture by calling it the Panthers. And some old woman's like, there's Panther statues right there. That's why we're saying that. And then some lady goes, let's call it the Tigers. And it's just like a bunch of extremely naive people who have no idea how to deal with why their city is falling apart.
It sounds like an SNL skit when SNL was funny.
Yeah, it does. It totally does. Oh my gosh.
People were actually asking if this was satirical or not.
It sounds fake.
It sounds fake.
That's hilarious.
You're not in New York, are you?
No,
No?
I'm here.
Well,
I'm not here. I'm in DC.
Oh, okay. But DC's still pretty bad too, right?
It's bad. I was, telling Lydia this earlier too. I've been going to DC a little more for meetings and everything now that my babies are a little bit older, and I can't believe the homeless encampments. And this is, right outside the front door, basically, of the CNN building. I mean, there's just tents everywhere. Wow. There's tents all over. They're covering every single park. I've never seen anything like it. It's completely crazy. And it's really sad too, because these people, it gets dark and it's like drug city and no one's doing anything about it. And it's violent and scary, and I don't want to walk around alone in DC. And for a while there, I felt okay doing it.
Did you guys see Casey Neistat is back in New York City?
Yep.
And so he started making vlogs again because it's been a while. He moved. It's funny. He moved out right before the pandemic and the lockdown and stuff. Then everything got really bad. And then he comes back right when it's all wrapping up. And his videos are great. He's a happy-go-lucky guy. He makes fun videos. I love to watch him. But I just wonder if he's going to talk about that stuff, because this was really interesting. In his latest vlog, he mentions that New York was being beaten down. There was rioting, there was looting, there were lockdowns. It was brutal. And then I was like, whoa, this is starting to get good. Like, Casey's outright just like New York was basically under siege. He's like, I couldn't believe I wasn't here for that. And now he's like, I'm back in New York. I'm genuinely wondering if he's going to be like, crime is through the roof and people are being murdered and some dude got pushed onto the subway tracks the other day. Or if it's just going to be like, New York is fun and beautiful and it's the greatest thing ever.